Welcome to the Lion's Den, the UAFS Coaches Show, hosted right here at Randall Ford at 5500 Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith. You know, the dealership's been around for about 116 years. Fourth generation owned family, owned and operated. Matter of fact, the owner is here every single day. You want to come in and shake hands with the people that's been in business since 1908. Bradford will be here, and I guarantee he'll always have a smile on your face and welcome you in. It's just the kind of family atmosphere we have here at Randall Ford. Got Coach Ryan with me. Coach, started off with the GAC MIAA Challenge. Played this last year as well. This is pretty fun. I mean, you get to see some teams from the other conference that's pretty close to us. Mm-hmm. So they're regional. And it's not counting as far as the total games. They've set it up to where this doesn't count towards your total number that you're allowed to play. So this has to be good.
Yeah, we love this opportunity to play early basketball against quality Division II opponents. And Monticello and Southern Arkansas both came in this weekend ready to go. And it's a good opportunity for us to, test ourselves against competition that we won't see again the rest of the year unless we see them in the region tournament. And, like you say, they're local with Monticello and Southern both being in-state, and then mm-hmm. Newman on the other side just being from Wichita. So we went up there last year, played at Newman, and this year we were able to host. And, yeah, like you say, they don't count toward the 28, and so that's a win-win.
Well, we were pretty familiar with Newman. We played him when we were in the Heartland. Mm-hmm. And so kind of knew a little bit about their history and their past. You come in against Monticello, and, man, Talisha Brown, she's a baller. Mm-hmm. This kid's good. Mm-hmm. She had 17 against Monticello. She had 28 against Southern. Mm-hmm. So let's talk a little bit about her game, and then we'll get into some of the new faces that we have on the team this year.
Yeah, T is a returner. She's one that we are going to be leaning on quite a bit this year. She and Zanaya Thomas split the point guard position last year, despite her not really starting many games at all. She was a huge impact kid for us last year. We got her from Texas A&M International. She had led the Lone Star in steals the year before, and so she came in. We were very expectant of her to perform. She did a really good job, and had a lot of humility last year, sharing kind of the limelight with Z and just doing what she could for the team. This year it's kind of her turn, and she knows that. She knows the expectations. She knows the importance of her staying healthy and being a huge piece for us offensively. Defensively, she continues to challenge the point guard on the other team, and that's something that we really pride ourselves on, is trying to pick the ball up as early as we can and make people play faster and more uncomfortable than they want to. So she had a very good weekend. Friday as a whole, we did not shoot the ball well at all from anywhere, 3, 2, or the free throw line. So you're not going to win many games when you score, I don't know what we have, 47 points or something like that. Right. So, that was a tough go just overall offensively as a group. Saturday we shot the ball a lot better and, just kind of had our feet wet a little bit more. I think some of the butterflies were gone, and mm-hmm. We had the ball in T's hands quite a bit on Saturday, and she had an overall very good weekend.
Coach, one of the things I noticed in the Friday game was your defense at times looked phenomenal. You held Monticello to 5 points in that second quarter, mm-hmm. and it just seemed like forced some turnovers. It was a close game at that point. You put up 10, and it was 25-27 at the half. Mm-hmm. So the defense, and you put the defensive pressure on Southern as well. So I'm liking what I'm seeing from the defense and the rotations early on. I know that you're still finding your way, and it's basically a new team other than just a few sprinkled returners, but that's something that you'll be able to lean on down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, defense travels, and you have to have some sort of an emphasis on it as a coach. Despite the pace that we try to play at offensively, we have to try to slow people down. We hadn't gotten a really good look at Southern up until Friday night. We just, there were no games really to take a look at, and so they scored a lot in transition on Friday night against Newman, and really pushed the ball down the floor. And so we made an emphasis of that the second day. And first day, again, our rotation was very deep. I played a lot of kids, and we were trying to just kind of get people on the floor and see how they handled certain situations. And I thought we had the game very well in a manageable state. And then, they got hot in the second half, and we were unable to kind of stem that a little bit quickly enough. And then once they extended it, it was hard for us to kind of mentally stay in and come back. And so, to your point, defensively, we're hoping to constantly build. To pick up full court and extend the court, you have to have depth. And so, we like the number of kids we have that we feel can contribute right now. We hope that number continues to solidify and we can continue to get into people. But, you got to get stops when they matter, right? And so, Southern Arkansas's kid gets hot, hits a couple threes in a row on Saturday. And, that's that transfer thing. That's that new thing. That's that just kind of who's going to step up and not let her get another shot off,
right,
that mentality. And, we're building on that. We're building on, just how to play in some of those big moments and not back down from them. And it's going to take some time for some of the new kids, but I do think that we're going to get there, and we have some really good pieces.
Coach, you could tell that the team was starting to feel a little bit more comfortable on Saturday. 45 points on Friday, and then Saturday you put 76 on the board. And on Friday's game, T was the only one that scored in double digits. On Saturday's game, you had 3 players in double figures. So you could tell the flow, being comfortable, playing at home. And Southern was tough. That's a good team, very well coached.
Yeah, Derek Matthews does a great job. And both GAC schools come away 2-0, both MIAA schools 0-2 in our place this weekend. And I think, I hesitate to say this, but I think as T goes, we're going to go for a little bit until other people really step up consistently. Rose Wemba showed some good signs in the post, and Jordan Gregory came in and hit a couple shots to kind of keep us in the lead at times. And so, you're just looking for different people to step up and make plays at different times when they can. And, the scoring obviously was much better, and also just I think our chemistry is going to continue to improve. You can say what you want about 2 close scrimmages in an exhibition game. It's going to take some time, some tread on the tires for our kids to feel comfortable together, understand their roles, understand where they plug in. So, we hope those things come sooner than later. In the meantime, we're going to have to just really work possession by possession to try to do the best we can.
Well, you have another opportunity coming up Wednesday night. You'll be at home. Arkansas Tech's in town. 5:30 on a tip-off. And it's a single game on Wednesday night. So just right down the road, Russellville. This is something that, and when I did my sports talk show on Fox, we pressed Arkansas Tech all the time to play UA Fort Smith and could never get a commitment out of them. Now we have that commitment and we're playing, and I'm absolutely loving it.
Yeah, it's really just been great for the institution. Like we shared over the weekend on the interviews, like there are staff members at both schools that are alums from the opposite.
Right.
Dave Wilbers has been there 19 years. He has never shied away from it. The coaches really haven't shied away from it.
No, it was the administration.
The upper administration. Yep. And, once that kind of hold was taken off, we, Coach Sargent with volleyball, broke the ice, and then the rest of us kind of followed suit. Coach Wilbers announced his retirement on the 10th of November last Monday. And, again, 19 years as the head coach of that program, and a huge asset to Arkansas college basketball, Division II college basketball. His coach, I was thinking about it this morning, actually, his coaching tree is huge. And, he's coached, so many kids and helps kids get so, degrees. And, I'm honored to share, Division II basketball with him in the state of Arkansas and get to compete with him one more time this Wednesday. And he does a terrific job. His kids shoot it. They beat Texas A&M International on Friday, 102-71, and made a bunch of threes. And they get up and after you. They full court press and run and jump and play fast. And they look like a well-oiled machine already, and we're going to challenge them in our place to try to, contest some of those shots that they were getting at their place on Friday. So they have one more tonight against, I think, an NAI, and then we lace them up on Wednesday. So I'm excited. The rivalry part of it is fun for, like I say, the people in the community, the people on campus.
Right.
I've got some Arkansas kids in my program who understand what that means and what that is. The rest of them are just trying to win a game, and we, that's just what we can control is one step at a time.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun year.
It is.
I like the team that I see. I mean, you have bigs on the inside. You have power forwards. You have guards. I'm really liking this team, and it'll all come together and just be a walk in the park.
We hope.
Yeah.
We hope, Jimmy. That's the plan. Now, you just check the color of my hair here in about another month, but we're going to get there. I'll be sure.
Coach, I appreciate it. Hey, don't forget to come out Wednesday night. We have Arkansas Tech in town. 5:30 tip-off for the ladies, and we'd certainly like to see you at the Stubblefield Center. You can buy your tickets online, season passes. Come on out. Enjoy some great basketball action for not a lot of money. Support a local college, and these kids are playing their hearts out, man, night in and night out. So hopefully we'll see you at the Stub this Wednesday night. Welcome back to the Lion's Den, second part of our show today from Randall Ford, 5500 Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith. Got Coach Zane Gibson with me. And, man, Coach, the GAC MIAA Conference Challenge, the ladies put on a great show here at the Stubblefield Center. You were on the road with your team, and you opened up against Harding. Harding's always a tough opponent, no matter whether you play them at home, whether you play them on the road, whether you play them in a tournament on a neutral court. They always, very well coached, always bring a good team, and your team was up for the challenge.
Yeah, Coach Weston does a really good job down there for them. They won their league last year. They won the tournament right up here they had the tournament over in the south side, the GAC did, and so they made it to the NCAA tournament. So a team we definitely respected going into the game. Their starting point guard that was first team all-league was back for them, Kalen McBride. I thought we did a really nice job on him, limiting his touches and free shots to the lane. Our guys were ready to go on Friday. I thought it was a really, really good defensive effort to start off the year. Honestly, I don't think the score kind of reflects where it was most of the time in the second half. But guys did a nice job of really paying attention to the scout. They're a hard guard because they run some Princeton principles with some really good shooters. We're having to guard the back doors and having to guard also the Phillips at the same time can make things hard. And the guys really did a nice job putting the scout into the game.
Coach, you brought up defense. Absolutely right. That's where I was going with it next. There wasn't a single player on Harding that scored in double digits.
Yeah, I think we held them to 29% from the floor and like 10% from the three. I mean, honestly, elite level defensive numbers. We just fouled them, and so we kept putting them on the line. If we didn't do that, it would have been a really complete game on that side of the floor. But they did lose a lot of guys from their team last year. Again, McBride kind of became the focal point because of that. They've got some really nice pieces that I think will develop throughout the season. But our guys, were excited to play a team that was in the NCAA tournament last year and showed up and did a really nice job for probably 34 minutes of the game. I thought we really kind of dominated it. Kind of had a little slippage late, but still finished the game out the correct way.
Coach, this game against Harding on Friday was polar opposite of what you had playing Washita on Saturday. And what I mean by that is you held Harding starters to, they didn't score much at all. Their bench actually put up 29 points. But then you flip that and you look at UA Fort Smith, your bench put up 36 points. So the rotations were critical in this ballgame. It was just a chess match.
Yeah, one of the things I do think we're going to lean on this year, it's going to probably drive some of our opponents nuts. It drives me a little crazy sometimes, is our depth. And so on particular nights, it's going to be some guys that aren't in the starting lineup, and that's who we roll with and kind of go with down the stretch because they are in good rhythm, routine. They're playing good basketball. And so maybe some of our quote-unquote starters don't get a lot of opportunities in that game because our bench does such a nice job. So having depth is something we'll never complain about because we haven't had it the last couple of years. On Friday was a great example of Jack coming in and playing phenomenal off the bench. I think he led us in scoring that first game. And he won't be the only one. There will be several guys that come off the bench throughout the course of the year that are going to have big impact games for us and really will lead us to some victories.
On the road, team shoots 50% beyond the arc. It's amazing.
Yeah, when we are in rhythm and routine and take good ones, I do think this is a good shooting basketball team. When we take bad ones that are rushed and not open, I think we're just like anybody else in the country. I think we're going to miss them just like I think they're going to miss them. So it's key for us to make sure we're still focusing in on taking the right shots. And we do that, I think we'll have success where the ball ends up going through the hoop or not.
Coach, 36 points on Friday night, 32 points on Saturday night. In the first half, you held both opponents to 28, so you led at halftime in both games. One of the things that stuck out for me in the Harding game, only 56% from the free throw line. You were 6 of 10 in the first half, 7 of 13 in the second half. But man, oh man, you corrected that in the Saturday game, and they shot lights out from the free throw line.
Yeah, for a team that I think shoots the ball well, we have not shot free throws great in our scrimmages or obviously the first game. And I think that goes to a little bit of just not getting the game pressured reps of going full speed and you get fouled and you got to slow yourself down and focus
Right.
at the free throw line. And it took us, and I hope this is what we're going to be, throughout the rest of the year is kind of what we did versus Ouachita, not what we did versus Harding, where we can really focus in and make those free throws. They're so important. They're not guarded. And when you get fouled, you got to go make teams pay. Not being able to step up to the line and take those free points can really hurt your momentum. They can be a deflator. If you're on the bench and you miss the front end of a one-on-one, it's like, we had chances to cut down into a lead or extend a lead, and to not be able to take advantage of those can be deflators. But at the same time, you make those, chips away at scores or lengthen scores, and now games can either get out of hand or you can really tighten a game up if you happen to be behind.
Here's one of the things early on that I see that I like about this team already. It'll be tough for opponents. They're not going to know who to focus on because I'll give you an example. Christian Moore on Friday night played 30 minutes, 6 points. Christian played 30 minutes on Saturday, led the team in scoring with 20. Tougher for a team to focus if you have that one superstar or that one guy that shoots a three. You have a well-rounded team, starting lineup, and on your bench. Mm-hmm. So it's this team is built. You built it like you wanted it. These are your players, and right now it's paying off because this is fun basketball, and no one knows who to guard and who to focus on.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, they're also obviously teams will scout us, and they'll know that we've got a plethora of good ones, but the problem will be for them is when we go to the bench, they don't get that breather of, well, hey, he's not whatever. He's not a shooter. He's just trying to. And we bring guys in off the bench and they're aggressive and they're attacking, and so we really keep the pressure on you because you don't have the time to kind of relax at any point in the game. We try to always make sure we've got 3 guys out there that we think can really score the ball at any point, and when you have the depth to do that, it just keeps a lot of pressure on your opponent. And then also too, their kids have to really go deeper into the scouting reports. It's okay, like we talked about McBride in the first game. If our guys didn't remember anything else, but they remembered to guard him the right way, it was going to give us a chance to win because he was a huge focal point of what Harding does. With us, if you don't get your knowledge to the 8th, the 9th, the 10th guy, that guy could come in and burn you and could be the difference in the game.
Tuesday night, Ozarks in town, 6:00 tip-off, toy toss game.
Yep.
This game is so much fun, but it's so important as well because you as a school, as a team, you guys are giving back to the community, and this is something that that I talked about in the games yesterday, or Saturday as we were wrapping it up from the stub. It's so important for people to come out, bring those stuffed animals, throw those things out, have some fun with this thing. This has grown and grown and grown. It's going to continue to grow.
Yeah, this is not about basketball. This is, there's a basketball game that occurs, and we're going to try to do everything in our power to make sure the outcome goes the way we want it. Mm-hmm. But regardless, we normally raise 2,000, 3,000 toys every single year, and those toys are going to go to support some kids that aren't well off in our river valley. And that's the one rule we placed on this. Who's involved? It's that these toys aren't leaving this area. These toys, this is us trying to give back directly to our community. And this is the biggest way we know how. It's through the youth. I think you can make the most impact through your youth. And this is a game that's way, way bigger than basketball. And so if you like basketball, if you don't like basketball, it doesn't really matter on Tuesday night because it's about something that's bigger. And hopefully you come and you enjoy what you see on the court and you decide you want to come back for some more. But either way, this game is absolutely much bigger than what's going on in those 94 by 50.
It's going to be a fun night, Tuesday night. Tip-off at 6. And then Thursday night, Hendricks is in town. Another 6 o'clock tip-off. It's a single game on Thursday night. So you have a quick turnaround.
Yes, and I think, again, we talked about it in the locker room after the game on Saturday, our depth is going to get even more stretched over the next week. We're going to play 4 games in 7 days. We played on Friday, and we'll play Hendricks on Thursday. So between that wraparound, we'll play 4 games. Now, a lot of teams are going to be challenged with that this season because we kind of got our calendar lost a week in it. From an administrative side, that is something they can explain a lot better than I can. But I just know we normally get 22 weeks for the season. We got 21, and cramming that 1 week away from us really makes games get crammed. And we chose to cram them early and to then get into more of a regular routine as we go through the season, rather than trying to get an extra one in during conference play, sneaking one in when it just doesn't feel quite right. So we really tried to just say, hey, look, we're going to put them all out there early. Hopefully we get through it how we want to, and then from there we can kind of get more back into a rhythm of practice and games for the remainder of the season.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun this year. Showtime's back at the Stubblefield Center. You'll see it in person this coming Tuesday night, 6 o'clock tip-off. Bring a stuffed animal. That's your admission. All you have to do is just get a stuffed animal, come in. When the Lions score their first bucket, throw that thing out on the court, and let's give back to some families in need this time of the holiday season. Coach, as always, I really appreciate you. We'll see you Tuesday night.
We'll do it.
We'll see you again Thursday night and throughout the season.
That'll work. Thanks, Jimmy.
All right. It's going to do it for the Lions Den. We appreciate you tuning in. Make sure that you come out and support the Lions and the Lady Lions. Buy those season tickets. You can get them online right now. Very easy to find. Not a lot of money. Or if you just want a single game pass, that's fine too. Just come out. I think if you see them one time, you'll come back time and time again. I'm Jimmy Haas, Coach Zane Gibson, Randall Ford. Come see us. Welcome back to the Lions Den. We're at Randall Ford, which we will be at each and every week. Every Monday morning, we'll be filming the segments of the Lions Den with both coaches. We'll also have Chris on with us each and every week. And Chris, big sale this past weekend, but we still have money off of new trucks. We still have incentives and incentivized rates. We have something to fit everyone's budget.
We do, Jimmy. It is it's not Trucktober. It is actually Trucks Giving. So Trucktober was last month. It's Trucks Giving. We have something we like to get out there. We actually, every new truck sold for the whole month of November, we will donate a turkey in the name of the person that buys that vehicle to the Community Services Clearinghouse, just to make sure at Randall Ford, we love to give back, make sure you don't want anybody hungry on Thanksgiving. Make sure everybody is fed. We want to give back to the people that give so much to us here at Randall Ford, just like the university, just like Community Services Clearinghouse. We want to do our part to make sure everybody has a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Listen, if you want to donate, we also have the Toys for Tots going on right now. You can just bring your unwrapped gifts and drop them off at the right at the front of the store. We have a couple of boxes there. We have a couple in service as well. So, Chris, with that said, people have been asking, is 0% ever coming back? It actually has.
0% is back. They had it just on the electric vehicles for a little while, but now they've hit almost every line of vehicles we offer. There is a 0% option available. People have been asking for it, so Ford, listen, and it is here.
Have tons of pre-owns as well, and when you have to get competitive in the market, you get competitive in the market. We have all of our prices with no hidden fees online. All they have to do is look.
Yep, just look online. Online is you say it was the way of the future, but it's the way of the now. So that's why you have to be ready for that. On the pre-owned side, I just wanted to mention something that there's a special pre-owned we have out there that it's so hard to get new. We actually have a pre-owned one, and that is, you hear the name whenever you hear Ford, you think about trucks, you think about Raptor.
Yeah.
There's a special Raptor out there, a Raptor R, and we have one that is on the used market. You come Was it less than 5,000 miles?
Less than 5,000 miles, 4,800.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you just come look at it, it's beautiful.
700 horsepower. Not a lot of dealerships has that luxury. Very few dealerships actually receive a Raptor R to sell in retail, but we have one. We've sold a couple here this year, been very blessed, and now we have one that we traded for. So if you're looking for a Raptor R at 700 horsepower, it's bad
It's
fast.
so fun.
Yeah, so fun to drive. Hey, we appreciate your business. We want to see you this month. Let's get back to the folks that are a little bit less fortunate than others this time of year. Every new vehicle that you buy, every new truck that you buy, Randall Ford's donating a turkey to the
Community
community services. Yep. Come see us at Randall Ford, 5500 Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith.